I always forget what to say when I start the video. Everything is heavy. Temporarily choose to contract my muscles, try to stand up. A little bit. This is my default state is just stay turned off. And then I realized something that's rare for me is to have a dream. And I did. And obviously weird stuff happens in dreams, but something similar to this situation is what was going on. Because even in my dream, I found myself in a situation where I was coming out of a deep state of unconsciousness, and I had accidentally made a promise in a state of mind in which I was not able to form memories. And it's like right now, whatever I say now, I'm not gonna be able to remember. Which is why I record it. God, I always like to look at my forehead. Oh, it looks gross, but also it normally looks wrinkled. Oh man, that sound keeps happening to my left arm. I keep wanting to pick it up. I try to do something, and it gets tired. Hair in my mouth. And so oh, by the way, clearly, I'm clearly tired, but I got good sleep actually, surprisingly. Last 2 nights. So the first time in a long time I actually slept all 8 hours at once. The thing is, I figured out I can't sleep for 8 hours from, for example, 12 to 7, 12 to 8, 11 to 7, whatever time like that. I can only continuously sleep if I start around 4 a.m., 2 to 3 to 4 a.m., which of course means I wake up after my 8 a.m. classes, which, worse things could happen than that. Fuck. It's like I don't have control over my own self. I checked my temperature a little while ago. I don't have a fever, but I definitely have chills. Oh, also I have COVID now, but I didn't for the other crazy things, so I don't think it's a significant factor. Everything kind of tickles. So what just happened was not me trying to move and relax. It was kind of like, in the morning when you need to stretch, and it's like semi-involuntary, but it's like a really good stretch, so you kind of go with it. It's like that, but almost completely involuntary and didn't really feel too great, so I was too tired to resist. Just, here we are. I'm trying to not fall asleep because that would make the video boring. You guys want to see me try to walk? God, I'm so fucking cold. You can kind of see the goosebumps in my hair. Here's my feet. But now I'm leaning, because standing is hard. I don't know what's happening in my head, but it's not what's supposed to happen. Okay. So in here, 6 minutes. That's crazy. 70. That shouldn't be called to someone who functions. I don't think. Sometimes I wonder why my water bottle makes so many bubbles. That's gotta be an abnormal amount of bubbles, right? What, impurities in my water, maybe? From the pipes? I don't know, that's my best guess. Because I think bubbles need a nucleation site to appear like that, and I think that's an abnormal density of it. Oh, yeah. So just let myself go to sleep. Even though again I slept for 8 hours, but I'd so let myself go back to sleep whenever I kind of flop down like that. But again, documentation of what's happening is important. Oh God, that's my mouth. Why does it look like that? Oh yeah, I want to go ahead and it's really hard to modulate my voice. Again, to like keep a consistent tone, but that might also just be from anxiety from talking out loud. It sometimes happens. I think I'm trying to overcompensate now, and now I'm getting quite monotone. Anyway, I have no clue what we were talking about. But I know that I thought it was important at the time. I'm not trying to move my eyes, they just kind of do. Oh, that's what it was. Okay, we go. Sometimes I get really tired, and it's hard to hold my head up, and my neck is already really stiff, so I rest my forehead on something like this. I actually do that very, very often, more than I should. But I'm not high. I haven't done anything anywhere close to recently. Memory doesn't go back too far, but I know for sure in the last couple weeks I definitely haven't, and sorry, I was focusing on the relaxation of my right butt cheek. I mean, you can't see it. Yeah. I get a bounding pulse pretty often, and you can literally see parts of me move in a pulsing manner, but yeah, not this time. Happens, I don't know, at least a couple times a week. I don't like to give up. This video is too long. What is this? Oh, it's big because it's above the camera. It's so tiny, I can't see the string, I can barely see the end of it. What is this? Was this a hair? It's a singular hair, no wonder I couldn't see it. Hairs are kind of thick though. When people make really thin things, they compare them to human hairs and they'll be like, it's 1,000 times thinner than a human hair. And you're like, dang, human hairs are pretty thin, but, you know, in the grand scheme of things, they're not that thin. They just, you know, they're just a lot thinner than like a car. Or a bagel. Even a thin ham sandwich. Thin crust pizza, way thicker than a human hair. Maybe we should start considering things thicker than human hairs. Instead of being like, it's 1,000 times thinner than a human hair, you know, like some razor's edge or something, we can be like, this car has an engine whose diameter is equivalent to the added up diameters of 528 human hairs. We'd be like, oh yeah? Well, ours has the diameter equivalent to the diameter of 829 human hairs. Boom. Increased volumetric flow rate. My hair annoys me. Sometimes I think it's funny that I have a beard. Oh yeah, did I say? I did say that already. Oh, this looks like spider webs. You can see it. I wonder what it is. Is it spider webs? No, I don't think it is. What is it? It's the... If you're wondering how I'm able to hold my arm up, it's because I'm going to show you when my arms are tired. It's propped up on my foot so that it's in equilibrium between all the forces acting on it, so it's actually completely relaxed muscularly, but it's held in place due to the fact that it's a rigid object where my forearm is. So holding in place with my wrist bent like this, you can see the load applied by my head combined with the natural tension in a wrist when you flex it a certain distance naturally comes into equilibrium here with no natural signal for your muscles to contract. I have lips again. Do you know how hard it is to push yourself academically more than almost everyone you know? And on top of that, you have this fucked up shit that'll just happen when you least expect it. Like, not the flex or nothing, but I feel like I'm coming in with a disability and still doing better than a lot of people out here. I really don't want to talk. So I either need to end the video so it's not a waste of time, or I need to say something. Well, that time wasn't me not wanting to talk. I'm just sometimes in my head for too much time at once. But I got pretty good at catching myself during it and then coming back to the real world, which can be annoying because sometimes I like to follow the rabbit hole of thoughts in my mind. And my thoughts happen maybe like 100 times slower when I'm in this state of mind. It might take me a couple seconds to process something that could have taken less than 1/10 of a second before. It's just not a good state of mind to really do anything other than relax, but there's not really time in my schedule for today to relax. So I'm just gonna be more behind. God, sometimes I'm too tired to breathe. Oh yeah, that is relevant. I was about to say something more about information. Sometimes I can't help move my toes. You miss when it happens. I mean, I can try to reenact it. Maybe it's something like that when I'm laying down, and then when I'm like in bed, it does more of the rolling. That's my armpit. I have my head supported by something else, but I'd like to go ahead and just put it out there. This is what I mean when I say I'm tired. So I hate when I try to explain to people how tired I am and all they say is, "Oh yeah, me too," or "Just take a nap." It's not that simple.